Excited to get the trailer again?
Definitely. Getting the camping bug. Hey, the weather's finally warming up.
Finally. We hit 70s, 80s here a couple of times in Michigan.
Not normal.
Not normal at all for springtime, so we're super, super excited to get back out. It's been a long winter.
So, we're gonna go get the trailer today. Get her out of storage.
Get the trailer, get it out of storage. We've seen too many awesome pictures and videos of you guys out there enjoying yourselves, and we're super excited to get our trailer out.
Yep, we wanna get out there and go camping ourselves.
Yep. So we're gonna get it back, give it a bath, start getting things rolling. The trailer's home. Let's get to some work. Let's get her cleaned up, looking good. And we got a few mods, some things we're gonna work on. We got some new decals to add. I'm excited. Camping season right around the corner. Let's go. Check for any micey damage. Not seeing anything. Looking pretty clean. And action.
Well, today was a big day.
It was a very, very good day because
Yes.
we got our trailer out of storage.
Yes. So, along with that, we did a lot of maintenance or just general overhaul of the trailer to make sure it's ready for this new camping season.
Yes, we did. Got a lot of things done. So today we thought we'd bring you a top 10 things that we do before we get ourselves on the road for our first trip of the season. Number one would be checking our tires. So you want to go around and you want to check the air pressure in your tires. You can get the pressure recommended for the tires right on the sidewall of the tire itself. But make sure you check your spare too. You do not want to be stuck with a low flat spare because you forgot to fill or check your spare.
Yeah, we haven't done that.
Nope.
Thankfully, we haven't run into
I
any
haven't
issues.
had that problem yet, but don't want to ever have that problem.
Right.
So along with tires, we go through the tires themselves and the rims. So we take our torque wrench out, and I've got a Tech-10 torque wrench. I torque the wheels to about 95 to 100 pounds. That was a recommendation from Hiker. And make sure that those lug nuts have not loosened up at all from our last trip at the end of last season.
Yeah.
We also go through the bearings. We'll have a video down in the description, and we have a full video on how to grease your bearings. But we go through the bearings and make sure everything's greased up properly.
So, we know that our wheels are good to go.
Yes, wheels are number one.
Number two is propane.
Propane this year was interesting because this is the second year now that we've gone to fill up our 11-pound tank just off camera there. And we just can't believe how little propane we're actually using.
So we camped 30 nights last year, which is probably more than we typically would. Like Matt said, we got an 11 pounder, and we use it for cooking breakfast and probably about half of our dinners. And lunches, we usually do something on the road or like a roadside type of thing. But for breakfast and dinners, we use 0.6 of a pound.
Yeah.
So number 3 is checking the seals at all the joints.
Yes. So one of the questions we get asked, aluminum skin trailer, okay? These are designed.
That's a window.
Okay, aluminum skin trailer over there. The aluminum skin is designed to expand and contract in the heat. And when you have that, the flexible silicone that they run, they cover everything really well, cover all your seals, and that is designed
Seams.
to seams. Did I say seams?
You said
Seals?
seals.
Oh,
The seals cover
Okay.
the seals.
the seams.
The seals cover the seams.
Okay. The
So
seams
there's-
are all caulked and all the joints are covered, and that is designed, the silicone is designed to expand and contract with the trailer skin itself. So with that, you want to make sure that you don't have any breaks there over time, over 2, 3, 4 years. Some of that silicone with UV sunlight and so on, it's going to start to break down, and you're going to want to inspect that. So what I do is I take a small flashlight and I just start running it along the seam, and you just look for any kind of breaks. You can contact Hiker for the proper product to use for recaulking that, but it's not really a big deal. Just make sure you don't have any gaping holes in there.
So
Anything where
for-
you get water intrusion.
For people that keep their trailer outside, they probably have more issues, or they should be checking it more frequently. We keep our trailer in the garage when we're home, so it's
Yeah.
not getting exposed to the sunlight quite as much.
Yep, definitely. You want to check your roof, your max air fan. That's number 4? Okay. So number 4 is checking and inspecting your max air fan. What I found this year is I've got a couple little bubble spots where some of the caulking is starting to bubble up and pull away. So that's something I'm going to address this year, make sure that I take care of that before it gets any worse. I don't want to be in the middle of a pouring down rainstorm and start having water leaks in my trailer.
That would not be good.
No. What's
Number 5, checking the doors. And there's a few different components to the doors.
Yes, so doors have rubber, thick, gasketed seals on these trailers, and any kind of small teardrop is going to have that. Just inspect them, take a small flashlight, look around, make sure all the seals are intact, nothing's broke, ripped, cracked. It's going to prevent dust and dirt from getting in your trailer, going down the road. It's also going to seal all the elements.
Yep.
Very important to take a look at that and replace as needed.
And then there's screws that keep the door handle in place. And we had it last year that a couple of the screws fell out, and thankfully we were able to find them and put them back in. But you would hate to, they're small little screws too. So you want to make sure that those are all tight and that they're not going to fall out on you.
Yeah, and you know, loose components, that's going to happen with any trailer. So just take a small screwdriver, go around, just give everything a quick look over and make sure that all that stuff's tight. Throw a little Loctite on it if you need to, if you feel like it's going to vibrate loose again. But when you're going down state forest roads, dirt roads, rocky roads, wherever you are, you're going to have those things kind of vibrate loose. So it's very good to just do a full inspection of all the screws, nuts, and bolts.
The hinges.
Yep. Hinges, what I did this year is I used a product I call T4 lubricant. It is something that repels water lubricant. It is something that repels water, grease, dirt, all that kind of stuff. Doesn't attract dirt. I use it on my bicycle chains, and it's a very good product. I love it. So what I do is it has a small little applicator tip, and I put it by each one of the hinges and just put a couple little dots there, wipe up the excess, and that's going to prevent all those little squeaks in the middle of the night when you're trying to sneak out for your late night potty break.
Yeah, that bladder just isn't holding it as long anymore.
Hey, I'm getting older. What do you expect?
All right. So then the underbelly of the trailer.
Yes.
Number 6.
Number 6, so I take a creeper, go underneath. The undersides of the hikers have a little coating on them, protects everything. Just inspect it, look for damage. If you've gone over rocky roads, that kind of thing, you could have rocks and stuff that kick up. You want to make sure all your wiring looks good and clean. Make sure all the screws are intact underneath. No wires are hanging down and dangling. I found the one little wire this time around that had a little bit of a loop. It was hanging down, and I just threw a little zip tie on it, tied it back up, and we're good to go. So you don't want anything where if you run under something on the highway, going to your next adventure, that it rips something off. That would be a bad day.
Yep. All right, number 7 is the battery.
The battery, yeah. So I maintain my battery on a Norco battery charger. I pull it out of the trailer every year. We store it away on our counter, and the Norco charger is plugged in and just kind of tops that battery off. With an AGM battery, you're going to want to top it off throughout the winter time to keep it from depleting. When an AGM battery gets to a certain battery level, then it starts to actually hurt the battery. It's not like lithium. So with that, we strictly use our battery for running accessory lights, that kind of thing. And I throw the battery in, and we make sure all the connections are made, and we have a big red disconnect box. We double check that, make sure that's functioning. And on that note, we also check the trailer lights and so on with the battery. So we hook up the truck to the trailer and check the left side, right side, brakes, make sure you got good 4-ways, make sure you got a good grounded connection to your trailer. We check the 7-pin connector, and I'll take a little brush and just do a little clean job, make sure everything's clean there. There's no corrosion, no green, no blue. If there is, you can get a little dielectric grease and coat those connectors to make sure you don't have any issues there. Plug it into your truck, make sure you got a good tight seal and good connection there. Very important that you have good working trailer lights. Do not want to get stuck on the side of the highway changing a tire without any kind of lights.
All right, number 8 is the interior lights. So we have the little puck lights.
Yep.
So we're taking all the batteries out for the winter, so nothing would corrode during the winter time. So put those batteries back in, made sure that they were working, and yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're kind of party lights. We like them. They're a puck light you can put under your kitchen sinks. You can put them here, there, anywhere. The one thing we like about them is the batteries just seem to last forever. We go on a set of AA the whole camping season on a set of AA's. That includes turning them on at night for maybe, a half hour in the evening to read something, look at a map for the next day, that kind of thing. General just getting in and out of the trailer. You can quickly either tap the light and turn it on, or there is a functional remote, and there's red, green, blue mode. You can turn that on that way. There's a white mode, which is nice. There's a high power and a low power. If you can leave them on extended time, you can turn it to low power mode. So pretty handy for $30-ish. Don't quote me, but we'll put a link in the description if you're interested. But they're on our Amazon store. Anything you guys purchase there helps us out with our affiliate links and supports the channel. So anything we talk about here today will be down in our Amazon store. We appreciate your support. But they are great lights. We absolutely love them.
Yep. Number 9, we open up the awning.
Yes.
And check that all out.
Yep. You want to make sure your seals are good on your awning. The awning that we have is the Darchie, no longer sold by Hiker, but there are several other models similar to it. But biggest all awnings, whether it's a Batwing or a Darchie or a Ghost or any of these other brands that are out there, you want to check and make sure the fabric's not ripped and torn. You get out there in the middle of a pouring rainstorm and you've got worn spots. They make all different kinds of patch tape, and there's silicone. There's different products that you can coat your awning if you're getting water penetration, water repellents. Just make sure it's good functioning condition and do any repairs before the season starts.
And no mold has collected over the winter season.
Nope. You don't want to have any moisture in there too. Before we put it back, after every trip, we always make sure it's very, very dry before we put it back.
And number 10, my favorite part, is restocking the trailer and making sure everything is in its right place.
Sure. That's not my favorite part. That's why I give that part to her.
I let him do the maintenance things. I get to do the organizing.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, I hope that gave you some ideas of what you should maybe be checking out on your trailer before you take off for your first trip this year.
Definitely. So, like we always say, guys, if there's anything that we talked about today, you got questions on them, put them down in the comments. We love taking your questions. We love the comments and the interaction back and forth as a community through YouTube. So, one of the things we want to talk to you about is in the upcoming weeks, we are going to be going down to the new factory, Hiker, Indiana. If you guys have any questions, please post them in the comments. We've been getting some great great questions already. We posted a little, what do they call it, a little short clip
It was
in
like
YouTube.
in the community.
In the community, we posted a picture and we asked for your questions for us and our upcoming trip.
Yeah.
So we will try to have the owner of Hiker, Indiana answer those. Obviously, we can't do them all. We'll take some of the most popular ones, organize them, and have them answer them in the video. So
if you have any pressing questions you would like to ask them, either put them in the bottom of this video or in the comment section of the community.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate all your support. Continue to watch the channel. Throw us a big like if you like it. We'll put in the descriptions all the products we talked about today. And if you got any great questions, throw them in the comments. We'd love to hear them, get a conversation going. So, as we always say,
Get
get out and do
some
camping. We'll see you next time, guys.